Hey, hello, Jack Tubbs from the J Team in Surprise, Arizona, coming to you on this beautiful Tuesday here. A little bit breezy today, but man, oh man, the temperatures are going to be perfect, and the sun is definitely out here in the Valley of the Sun in Arizona today. Hey, I want to continue on with what I was talking about yesterday. We're talking about protecting our homes from natural disaster, and I know that, as I said yesterday, we don't seem to suffer that as often here in the Valley, out here in the desert, as we see a lot of coastal communities, other places that are prone to earthquakes, etc. But nonetheless, we do have severe weather when we have monsoon season. We do see high winds. We do see things kicked up. And we talked about having shutters on, getting special impact-resistant windows and skylights, and all these other things. Also, another thing that I forgot to mention yesterday, and I will mention today, also think about your roof. Think about the materials that you can buy now that are much more durable and will stand up to some of the hellacious hail that we can have here in the valley. It's just one of those things that we can think of when it's time to replace the roof. Maybe it's worth those couple, I hate to say, thousands of dollars to upgrade your roof to something that is going to be less prone to hail damage and other weather damage, and especially high winds like we experienced during the monsoon season here. Another thing that I want to talk about, and this is not just for safety against natural disaster, but also it's safety for you, especially since we have so many retirees here and throughout the state of Arizona, that one thing that seems to be a new option and one thing that's something to consider is a safe room. Something that has a room that has no windows that can be broken through, that definitely it has a very high strength door, frames, locks, etc. That there are some that we can store some things in there that if we're going to have to be in there for a while, such as water, food, those kinds of things. Also, if it has a way to contact the outside world, such as maybe an extra cell phone or a secure phone line as it is, something to that effect. These safe rooms can be indispensable, especially in major bad weather, and also can be very indispensable in a case of a personal attack where somebody breaks into the home and threatens injury to the people within. So a safe room is something that we definitely can think about. Is it really that much required here in the desert? Well, probably not, but it's something to consider, especially as we have older parents that are living out here in the desert, and crime is crime. To be able to protect them just with one more layer of protection, such as a safe room, is something that we could think about. Also, and this is something that I experienced back in Michigan. We had some very strong winds, and as we had tornadoes touch down actually quite a ways away from us, but the winds that would accompanied it buckled our garage door, and we had just one of those pressed garage doors, the aluminum garage doors, and the wind was so strong that it buckled a couple of the panels of the garage door, and it cost a lot of money to get that thing fixed. Well, you know what? When I invested in a new garage door, I invested in a solid panel garage door, which also not only added more protection from the stuff that I have in my garage, but it also added some insulation value to my garage. So during the cold winters in Michigan, my garage would definitely stay about another 5 to 10 degrees warmer than the outside temperature. So a stronger garage door is something that you would consider, not only to protect your home, but also protects your automobiles and other possessions that you may be storing in your garage. So a solid garage door or a stronger garage door, I know they make metal doors that are mils thicker than the standard garage doors that you see on the market today. So this is something else that we can consider. There are other things that you want to look at, and one of the things you really want to look at is your insurance. Also, you want to make sure that you're covered for all risks that Mother Nature may throw your way. So it's time to review your insurance coverage also. That's one thing that we want to look at. And lastly, look at the trees and the foliage near your home. You know what? Limbs fall on houses all the time. Cactuses, especially those big saguaros, under strong winds can fall over and definitely damage a home majorly. So these things we want to make sure that if we do have one of those big saguaros, maybe it's time to put some safety wires on there just to make sure that if it's going to fall, it's going to fall away from the house, not towards the house. Branches overhanging the house, trimmed back so that they don't fall in the house, or as the wind blows them, bang into anything that's fragile on top of the house, such as chimneys and antennas, etc. Also, clean out those gutters. You know, clogged gutters causing water to back up on your roof, or causing water to fall out of the gutters as opposed to falling in the gutters and being drained away from the home. Sometimes can fall alongside of the home and be it can drain back into your home. So these are some of the things that we need to continually keep our eyes open for, because cleaning your gutters is not that difficult a thing, or getting gutter guards to make sure that your gutters never clog is another option that we can definitely look for. But these are some of the things that can keep our homes from meeting things like water intrusion and all these other kinds of things that can cause extensive damage and cost a lot of money to repair. And sometimes, if you don't have the right coverage in your insurance policy, won't be covered by insurance, and you'll end up putting the bill yourself. So these are some of the things that you want to think about protecting your home from natural disaster, whether it be major disasters or what it can be some of the minor disasters, such as gutters that are backing up that are causing water intrusion into your home, a low-hanging limb over your roof that caused either some minor roof damage, maybe a window damage, maybe knocking over an antenna or a chimney or something like that. Or it can be those big things where a big limb could be flying through a window, etc., or through a garage that can cause greater damage to your house than what you really want to have to face. So if you need a referral to a good insurance agent, I work with a couple here in the Valley that I know are excellent, and be more than happy to go and review your policy to make sure you're covered in the case of natural disaster, and in case of even some of the minor things, like I said, water intrusion, etc. So if you need a referral, please, you can feel free to give me a call. You can dial me direct at 248-330-7972. That's 248-330-7972. You can email me, jack@thejteam.house, and that's JACK THE, the letter J, the word team.house. So that's jack@thejteam.house. Or you can call the office, talk to any of my team members, 623-252-4061. That's 623-252-4061. Hey, this is Jack Tubbs from the J Team, coming to you on this beautiful Tuesday. Have a blessed day. I'll be talking to you tomorrow. Once again, enjoy the weather today. Bye-bye.